Alright, so we are finally live. So I'll just wait for people to kind of like pile in. It is July 14th. Got my Johnny Cash shirt on. I don't know why I'm talking so country. And the puppies are up. Oh no, they're still napping back there. But yeah, if you guys are in here, say what's up. Gotta give you guys a proper greeting now. There we go. Yay, now I see people. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Hey Julia, what's up? I haven't seen you in a while. Doing good, I hope. I always enjoy saying your name, Julia Portillo. Oh, I'm good. What's new? What you been busy with? What's going on nowadays? Put my mic out a little bit more so I can make sure you guys can hear me. Do you want to be first tonight, Julia? That's a lot to deal with. What would you like your question to be about? Or do you want me to pull something based on advice? What would you like? Let's give it a good old ASMR moment. Hey Heaven, or Brooke, what's up? Let's see. You got 3 of Bones. Now this one I don't know by heart. Let me grab my little booklet. Ugh. Gotta grab my little bougie bag and keep everything in. That one's the difficult one. I want the easy one. These guys, the shamans. Because those ones I used the other night were so hard, the Heidel ones. Now you guys see why I like barely ever reach for those. Alright. So Julia. Hey Malapale. Hey. Yeah, I got ya. I got both of you guys. But for you, Julia, you got 3 of bones. Now that's the message of the spirits. It's about having favorable circumstances, or almost like getting outside help, or like support when you least expect it. So essentially, I would say, I don't know, either they're gonna figure out something, or ultimately how the chips fall, it ends up being to your benefit. I mean, hey, you can end up with 2 rooms. I mean, that's not necessarily such a bad thing, because sometimes it's kind of nice to get away. I'm just saying, kind of is. But yeah. Alright, Heaven Brooke, go ahead and drop your question. And then Malapale, get yours ready. I'm gonna take you next. And he's the enemy, and I would like to know if he's my soulmate or my twin flame, because our relationship is so strong, but we're having a trouble being a couple. Oh yeah, anytime, Julia. Like, thanks for coming back. Like, it's so nice to see familiar faces, you know? Okay, I got ya. Let's see. How does Adrian feel the same for... Oh, does Adrian feel the same for me as I do for him? What's up, Angel? I'd say so. This is about, like, there being almost, like, more to surface. Like, there's a little bit more magic beneath the surface, or there's, like, more beneath the surface. Like, there'll be more and more that you'll find out about him. I'm not thinking it's anything negative. I just think he's gonna be one of those people where, like, with every layer that you guys work through your problems, you'll get stronger. But that could be one of the issues to why you guys are having, like, butthead moments, because if he's not super communicative, then that might be an issue for you. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got you, Angel. You'll be right after Malapale. And then I'll put you back on the list, Julia, for your second question about your twin flame. Oh yeah, anytime, Heaven Brooke. Like, stay, chat, hang out, kick it with us. Like, so fun. Jonathan Corletto, I got you. Hey! You guys, me and Jonathan go all the way back. Give him a really warm welcome. It's funny, I don't even think he remembers this, but I used to, like, buy my Verizon phones with my dad from his store. Like, all the way back in the day in San Leandro. But yeah, Malapale, if you're in here, drop your question. And then Angel, you'll be next. Then there's Julia and Jonathan. I just fill in the spaces. I don't overfill them. Because if you overdraw, then they're gonna look like they're not yours. I kind of like to, like, trace and pretend like I have all the brows I want. Thanks. I want to know if my Gemini will reconcile with me and when he'll call or meet me. It's been quite long since I last saw him. Okay. All you gotta do, Angel, is just trace along your hairs. It'll make it easier if you run powder through them first. Oh, thank you, Julia. Alright, so you got 2 of bones. Which, like, it's funny, I always get the ones that, like, I'm the most unfamiliar with. But this guy is the other self. So, goals attained thanks to inner resources yet to be exploited. Inner willpower based on self-knowledge and optimism. So, I feel like in time, things will be better, but I think there's a little bit of growth still needing to be there. Once again, just like it says, I would stay optimistic, but I feel like it's one of those situations, like I always tell you guys, and you guys might start writing it in the chat, but I always say, like, fill up your own cup, because if you can make yourself, like, emotionally happy, everybody's gonna want to sit at your table and drink from your cup, you know what I mean? So, like, nourish yourself, because ultimately that's, like, gonna be the best thing for you, Malapale. Okay, Angel, go ahead and drop your question. Then we got Julia, and then Jonathan. Hey! I'll put you on the list, RN. I'll make sure I write it really clearly so I don't, like, do what I did last stream and be like, I don't know what I wrote. It doesn't really do time frames, Malapale. Just off the vibe I got, it's gonna be after some period of growth. I would say let a moon or 2 pass, you know? Hey Brianna, welcome back. Yay, one of my, like, mods. Brianna, can I, like, copy and paste something? I'm gonna drop my little thing. If you can just, like, spit it out, so, like, when new people pop in, they know, like, you know, just to drop their name. How does Caleb feel about me? You guys, I've been trying to be more stereotypical in the way that, like, I shuffle, because everyone's like, I never see nobody shuffle like you. But it's because I was really bad at shuffling cards, so it's like, I got long bony hands, and I'm not that great at it, but I'm doing my best here. Oh, contemplation. So, I'll go ahead and get the meaning. The search for personal power and knowledge acquired at a high price, but there could be greed and suspicions. So, I think he's just trying to figure you out. Like, he kind of lays up at night and just wonders, like, are you being real? Are you authentic? Is there something else that they want from me? Or do they really see me as a soul as opposed to, like, a physical entity in the world? You know what I mean? But I would say just give it a little bit of time. And beyond that, I feel like work on just, once again, filling your own cup, being your best version of yourself when you're around this person. And eventually their worry should subside. Yeah, I got you, Olga. Alright, Jonathan, it's on you. Then we'll have RN, then Olga. I'll put Brianna down because I know she's gonna want to ask something. Is there any messages for me or something I need to hear now from your spirit guides? You need to work on self-improvement, Julia. You gotta be a stronger version of yourself. Like, stronger, better, faster. And really just take old expectations and crush them. Like, become your best version of yourself. Whether that be physically, mentally, emotionally. Just get well-rounded. Is your soulmate coming anytime soon? I got ya. Think on it really hard, Jonathan. Because what I'll probably get is like I usually get indicators in terms of soulmates. So like personality traits, sometimes physical traits too. So that's something to feel hopeful about. I feel like you are this like yellow bird on the side though. So essentially, if this is traditional tarot, this would be one of pentacles, which typically signifies like the beginning of wealth. But let me go ahead and get the textbook definition for you. So Ace of Stones, the secret of healing, profound understanding of one's own being, and it's literally a card for love. So it's definitely coming in. Now what I want you to do is think really, really hard about it, like the type of person that you see beside yourself. And what I'm gonna do is give it one from the top. Ooh, someone super fiery and passionate. I feel like this might even be like a, dare I say Aries? That would be interesting if that was. Now, one of bones. Gonna go ahead. It's the Horn of Fire. A true struggle against ourselves, but great potential energy, creativity, sexual vigor. So it might be one of those people who like, you see how great they are, but they don't necessarily know their own power or their own strength. And I feel like that should be like a dead ringer. Like it should be someone that like you meet, like they're great, they're nice to you and everything, but it's almost like they don't know their own worth. Or it's funny, I almost said like wealth, but they might have some coin too, but just saying, they might not necessarily know what their earning potential could be, or just what they could necessarily accomplish. Like maybe they've never thought outside of that box. Now I feel like in terms of like what you should do, Seven of Bows, which I think is Astral Voyage. Yeah, it is Astral Voyage. Astute strategies that sometimes turn against you. Avoid conflict and indecision that leads to a loss of energy. So basically, in your pursuit of dating, keep it light, as we say. Get to know people, have dinner, have the conversations, even the tough ones, and just know that like you have the right to say yes and no. You don't have to take every date that you're offered, but essentially there's nothing wrong with dispersing your energy in ways that will make you feel good about the time spent. And ultimately, if it's not good time spent, just cut it short, you know what I mean? Because this is about not wasting energy or time on people who essentially aren't worthy, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's what I get. I normally don't go like ultra in depth like that, but I know you, so, and it's like your first time at my channel, so I want to make sure that like you get a nice warm welcome. Alright, RN, you're next, and then we got Olga and Brianna. By the way, Jonathan, if you want to create a playlist of like the ones that you come in here that you watch, you can literally keep them, because I don't take them off. So if you want to return to them later, they always exist inside of a folder. But I usually just tell people create a playlist and like mark the days or whatever that you're in here, so that way you have track of all the times you've asked questions and you can come back to them and like reassure yourself, you know? Is Patrick planning to communicate with me and offer me something on 19/7? I am Sag. What is going to happen? Yeah, you can, Malapale, I got ya. And yeah, you guys can totally ask multiple questions. Just spread it out so that way, like, you know, everyone kind of gets to, like, get around to their turn. Let's see. Is Patrick planning to communicate with me? Okay. So yeah, this is like making the effort in a very particular manner. This is like someone who's coming forward to make the ultimate sacrifices for the greater good. So essentially it's just like a really, really determined conversation if he decides to come forward, you know what I mean? But that's more so what it is. So it's like when he does surface, he'll have something really important to say, like pertaining to like the long term of you guys existing together. Hey Paisley. Hey Eyes Like Stars. I'll add you both to the list. And I always tell people, if you guys have friends that you think want to ask questions, invite them in, let them know that like I'm literally in here just chopping it up with y'all. It's funny, I didn't even know what to say. Chit chatting. Alright, so Olga, it's on you. Go ahead and drop your question. Then we got Brianna, Malapale, Paisley, Eyes Like Stars. If you guys want to be added to the list again, just say so and I will add you to the queue. I know you are so juiced right now, Brianna. Yeah, you can ask her my opinion. Did you want to be put on the list again, Julia? I got you after Eyes Like Stars. Alright, and that card's all about having to move forward with like purpose. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna see how this goes. It's like making decisions that will affect this generation, the next generation, and the generation to follow. It's about making sacrifice for the long term, or making conversation for the long term. Yeah, she was. I got you, Jonathan, and I'll write down your question. I got you right after Julia. Dream career. Or something traditional. Got you. Brianna, do you have your question? Yeah, Olga needs to drop her question or she gonna get skipped. Like, we running a train here, we got to keep it moving. I can just swing her back to the bottom half. What is attractive about you other than your height? You're like emotionally sound. Like, you're not someone who gets pissed. Like, it's like someone who is able to sit calmly on wild water. But yeah, in general, I feel like, yeah, it's just about having like calm state of mind. What's Aaron's energy for me tonight? Oh wow. So, Brianna, it's kind of cool because this is like, it always reminds me of The Lion King, but it's about seeing inside of somebody like a partnership that could be publicly praised, where like you become like the mama bear, papa bear kind of situation, or you become that it couple or the power couple, but it's about essentially the relationship having very, very public aspects and being proud of that. Then I got Malapale. Then we got Paisley, Eyes Like Stars, Julia, and then I got Jonathan. Why did your lights go out and come back on? I don't know. Is there like a power surge, Eyes Like Stars? Hey, Wonder, what's up? Hey. It's funny. Every time I see your icon, the first thing I see is your curly hair. So Malapale and Paisley, drop your questions. Then it'll be Eyes Like Stars, Julia, and then I got Jonathan's question. Does my Gemini think of me and miss me? Two of Bows. I always forget what this one's called. Preparation. So it's almost like the starting of reaching out. But daily realities enter into conflict with your own desires, indecision, a momentary truce. Yeah, especially the conflicts with your own desires. I think he wants to reach out, and I think he does miss you. I just think that it interrupts the flow of his day to not really know how the conversation's gonna go. So rather than engage and get his feelings hurt, I think he just doesn't want to mess up his little perfect world he has going on right now. You Basties per, I got you. I'm gonna add you to the list. You will be after Jonathan. You Basti per. Alright, so Paisley. Yeah, you just want a general? I got ya. Eyes Like Stars, get ready. Then we got Julia, Jonathan, and then we got Ubasti Per. Hey Thor. Oh, it's 11:11? That's hilarious. Or, no, it's not. I'm like, damn, I'm stupid. It's 12:58 here. Wow, you got me. But alright, Paisley. Ooh. So Paisley, in general, your message is to it's funny that Britney Spears' Stronger song is in my head. But let me actually find the description for you. So this guy's for power. The force that comes from the world of the spirits. Self-transformation, creative power, new energies, and courage. So it's all about kind of conquering the old self and moving forward, becoming a better, stronger version of yourself. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I got you, Malapale. Alright, so then we got Eyes Like Stars, Julia, then Jonathan. Why did your lights go out then come back on? Oh, you're welcome. Thor, did you want to be put on the... Oh, you're being funny. No, the world's not gonna end in July. We will still be here. You know why the world not gonna end? Because if the world ends, how they gonna get our tax money? I'm just I'm just being funny. But you get what I'm saying, money makes the world go round. Sadly, I don't think the world's gonna end because I don't think the money's gonna stop going world round. But yeah, Eyes Like Stars, you got initiation, the sacrifice of a part of oneself in favor of the world of the spirits. Necessary moments of pause, reflection, a new vision of things. Oh, so it's kind of cool. It might be a message from the universe telling you need to reset your intentions. You know what I mean? Kind of like when you unplug something and put it back in, you get a clean surge. Right? Yes, because we got those bills due in August, exactly. Let's see. Julia, you are up. Then I already have Jonathan's question. I got a reading. I asked if I was gonna have a boyfriend. They said yes, but when I asked if it was gonna be myself, they said no. I don't know what to think. Maybe that's dumb to ask. We'll just see the likelihood. So this is like... Okay, so this is 9 of Bones. That's weird, I get like weird energy off of this. Like anxiety. But it's the Fear card. Fear is our greatest ally, saving us from danger. The moment has come to recognize it for what it is, love it, and overcome it. So he may just have... Honestly, the reason he may not be your boyfriend and someone that you deal with is because he may have commitment issues. Like, he might like having you around, but not like buying the whole cow, you know what I mean? Let's see, and then Jonathan, dream career, or should you do something more traditional? Usually what I like to do for these, like, which way down the fork is just pull 2. That way we get an idea of what we should do. So, first one will be dream career, second one will be something traditional. So, dream career, something traditional. This makes a lot of sense. Okay, so I don't even have to look at the booklet for these, like, the story is completely there. So, on this side, this is the dream career. Doing what you want to do, but ultimately making ultimate sacrifices for the long term, meaning you may have to eat shit for a little bit, and you know what I mean by eat shit. I mean, like, ramen noodles and, like, keeping the expenses low in order to follow your dreams. Or you could do what society expects you for and be loved for it, but secretly not always feel like you necessarily didn't chase after your dreams. But it just depends on how the social pressure, you know what I mean? Because this is about being socially revered and having like that public persona, where this is going to be about being happy, but also doing things that almost... It's like you're sacrificing momentary comfort for long-term gain. So there's not a bad decision, but there's one that's less comfortable in the initial part of it, if that makes sense. But ultimately the choice is yours. It's like, you're not gonna fail. Like, I think whatever happens, you'll figure it out. But in terms of which one to do, honestly, it's like the success is kind of like, I think what will happen is you will find your own variation or definition of success, and at some point you'll be happy. Or you could do what society expects you to do, follow the traditional path and just live the same traditional life and have everyone be like, wow, yeah, how great, you figured it all out. But I mean, you know, that's the price of monotony. Everyone like thinks that you got it all figured out, but it's like you're tired all the time and you don't have time to do the things that you really want to do. But I don't know, I would even say if it's possible to do both at the same time, maybe mix the two and get both results, a little bit of long term, a little bit of now. And Ubasti Per, are you still in here? Then Malapale, are you in here as well? Thanks Malapale, thanks for the like and subscribe. Oh yeah, you're welcome, Jonathan. Yeah, Ubasti, drop your question, and then Malapale, after Ubasti drops hers, drop yours behind her. My sister is so stupid. She just texted me all saying she got offered $800 a week to be somebody's sugar baby. I'm like, girl, you got a husband. It's like, okay, I'm having a very hard time in my life and I'm just looking for guidance. I got you, Basti. Okay. So I just think you need to define what it is in your mind. Where's happiness? What's perfection? What is the ideal situation? Because this is about ultimately achieving that. But I think you need to start sculpting it all out in your mind in terms of what's going to make you the most happy, what's going to make you the most fulfilled, what's going to make you look at yourself in the mirror and be like, well, you did it, bitch. Well, you did it. You know? Because you really want to have that, like, self-pride, that self-love, and ultimately look at yourself and really, really, really see what you want to see. So it's weird because I get both physical nods to perfection, but also career, life, love. Like, I just think you need to start putting to the side the things that aren't important to you so that you can make room for the things that are essential. Let's see. Alright, Malapale, I believe it's on you. Yeah, I got your eyes. You'll be after Malapale. It's funny because I always feel like the people who come in here, they, especially when I see your question, like, what do my spirit guides want me to do? Being that, like, one of the main messages on my channel is to fill your own cup, I really do mean that. Like, do the best you can do to really love on yourself and give yourself all of the nourishment and just feed that inner child. Like, when I have a hard day some days, I will go to the store and get me a Lunchable because it makes the little kid in me feel like this is just a little snack break. We're gonna handle this after my snack. You know? It's the small things that, like, we do that make a huge difference in, like, how we carry ourselves from a day to day. And a big part of me never wants to lose my inner child, so I do my best to really keep it light. Boy, in part ways. Malapale, sorry, I can't answer that. I have this, like, if you read my description box, it says we like to keep it positive. So, I mean, people will tell you, I don't answer anybody's question about, well, this person and this person break up, because ultimately, the real question we need to ask is, why are you so hateful? And why do you want to wish on someone's downfall? And I say this every time someone asks this question so you can understand the intensity of why I don't want to project my energy into that. I don't want no parts of that. So if you want to find out how you could be a more attractive person, I can help you do that. But I can't help you find out when they're going to break up, because honestly, that's none of your business. And that's just me keeping my hands clean out of drama. Because at the end of the day, like, doing tarot and stuff, things will cling to you. If you do bad, it clings. Like, I totally believe that. Is your Gemini your soulmate or twin flame? I feel like I get more soulmate energy, just because, in general, twin flames are about testing you and growth and evolution in cycles. So, like, you grow really fast, but it's really painful. I feel soulmate vibes for this because this is all about freedom, spontaneity, understanding, and living a life that is light and literally feeling the wind underneath your cells. So I would say your soulmates, which honestly, soulmates are kind of, I feel like a lot of people don't really understand the purpose of a soulmate. But a soulmate could be your mom, a soulmate could be your dad, a soulmate could be your puppies. Soulmate relationships are just connections. That's all they are. If you think it's more than that, then I would say maybe it's a karmic relationship, which I think that you are rewarded with after you meet a twin flame. Because I feel like I'm definitely inside a karmic relationship myself. I would prefer to be with a soulmate because I think a twin flame is a test. They're a mirror to everything that you are. Your comforts are their insecurities and vice versa, and it teaches you a lot about who you are when you flip it on its head. So it teaches you exactly what you don't want. Well, wait and see. Save. Okay, so you guys can see me? Like, confirm that? Because I can't see my tester bar, but I can see the chat. So if you guys can hear me and see me, then I'll keep going. Okay, cool. As long as you guys can see me and hear me, we're all good. Sorry about that. But yeah, essentially, twin flames are, it's just like looking yourself inside a black mirror. It's like someone that's gonna teach you a lot about yourself, but it's a painful existence to live. Like, me and my twin flame, we were not good for each other at all. Like, we were very, very toxic. And it wasn't purposeful. Like, it was just who we were as people. Like, I'm very rigid and traditional, and he is exactly the opposite. Like, he wants to make his own rules, live by his own rules, do as he wants to do, come and go as he pleases. Like, I'm not like that at all. Like, I'm very much so stuck in my ways and routine, and like, that's what safety and normalcy feels like to me, you know? No, I'm not with my twin. No, not with my twin. I believe my current boyfriend is like a karmic soulmate. I think that's what you get after you realize who you exactly you are not. So it's one of those things where I really feel like if you learn your lessons from your twin flame, then you can honestly make a relationship work with anyone as long as you know who you are. Julia, the weird thing is you don't know how hard it is because you don't realize that they're your twin flame until you start realizing weird things, like that you might have like psychic connections, or you guys might be energetically tied, or like a sun going on. One of y'all always know when the other person doing the wrong thing. Like, you just know instinctively, you know what I mean? So it's one of those situations where, yeah, like, I definitely feel like my current boyfriend is like karmic soulmate. Like, I feel like I earned him after a lot of just negativity. Like, to be honest, I wasn't really in a point or place to date at that point. Oh yeah, I got you, Vera. I'll put you on it. Sorry, you guys. I'm gonna finish talking, then we'll get back to the list. I know you guys sometimes like will ask me a couple questions, and it's kind of fun to like go back and forth with you guys. But essentially, yeah, I feel like, yeah, I personally, I don't think I could ever even be friends with my twin flame. That's just me. But that's also because I'm a Capricorn, I'm a fixed sign, I'm all about, you know, this chapter is over, this chapter begins. And meeting my current boyfriend, I was closing up shop. Like, I was not in a dating place or mood. And I just went because we had been talking for a couple months back and forth, and our schedules had finally opened up. So we decided to hang out, and it was just really calm energy. Like, it was just so nice. So we kind of just haven't separated since then. And it's interesting too because he's not insecure at all, so that works. Hey Maddie, welcome in. Oh yeah, that Sarah, that sounds like typical Gemini behavior. They're just like the gingerbread man. You gotta run as fast as you can't catch her. Someone told me they were spying on me, and I remember you said twin flames can do that, and it got me so mad. I was like, I mean, I would never spy on someone like while you're sleeping and stuff. Oh yeah, my twin used to do that, yeah. Twin flames are weird. Like, he used to take locks of my hair and put it in a drawer, which I still never got back. Yeah, I got you both. I'm gonna put you guys on the list. Eyes Like Stars, are you still in here? Then it'll be Sarah, Vera, Malapale, and Cool J. Oh, I got you. You're after Eyes Like Stars, Sarah. I put you on when I saw you pop in and start chatting. Yeah, Eyes Like Stars, if you're in here, drop your question. If not, Sarah, drop yours. After Sarah, Vera, go ahead and drop yours. After Vera, Malapale, drop yours. And Cool J after Malapale. That's easy to say because they rhyme. Yeah, go. Just drop your question, Eyes Like Stars. It was on you. Right, Wonder Beauty? Right? Like, girl, you next. What do you need to work on spiritually? You gotta let go. You gotta have a good time. You gotta be free. I always say this when Shadi's in here with me, but we always quote Nicki Minaj when she's talking about Harriet Tubman. It's like, you think Harriet Tubman was walking around with a sparkly fucking dress on when she was taking slaves to freedom? It's about, like, realizing that, like, it's not always pretty to be free, but you deserve the right to live your, like, granola barefoot Birkenstock life. And this is about being super, like, just blow in the wind and have some good fun and not take things so seriously, you know? What's up, Phantom? Do you want me to put you on the list? Yeah, Laura. It was hard to get out. It was really hard to get out. Okay, Sarah, I got you. You want to know about your Virgo neighbor. Number 9. My Roman numerals, you guys, if you guys are real OG in here, then you know my Roman numerals suck. But this one's the seeker of the souls, the solitary wayfarer, he who silently probes the souls of the world, wisdom and experience, detachment, old master. So it seems like this Virgo's very much to himself, meaning he's someone who he literally, like, exists in his own world. It's not like the hermit where, like, he's hiding away. It's more like he's very content doing his own thing. And it's so much to the point where it's almost like he's deeply invested in his hobbies. So it's like, if you're gonna pull him away from that, yeah, you gotta almost express a little bit of interest in his hobbies, so that way he can bring you into his world, and then you'll feel a little bit more like close, you know what I mean? Because that's something that most people wouldn't want everyone to see. So it's like you feel like you have that connection. And in a lot of ways, I wish more people would do that in couplings, because if you invest yourself into your partner's interests, a lot of good things can happen, you know what I mean? I'm not saying financially, I'm saying, like, if they enjoy something, cheer it on. Because you don't want them thinking that every time I do this one thing that I love to do, you give me a hard time, you know? Like, you don't want to be that. I literally heard a story on Reddit about this guy who, like, visited this beach town he used to go to and always wanted to take his girlfriend to the beach, and he realized he let 20 years go by without actually sitting down on that beach since before meeting her, and that was the moment he decided to file for divorce. So, heed the warning. Vera, what are our thoughts about me and L? Yeah, okay. You and L. You, L. I think he's gonna choose L because he likes you, but he thinks that you might lead with sexuality, or that you like your sexuality is a little bit too apparent to the point where he feels like you may be manipulating people with it. Where with this person, he wants to be seen with them everywhere, and like he knows that it's a good look kind of thing, you know, like society approves. So I would say just be aware of that. Like, don't lead with sexuality, so maybe you can eclipse her, stand on top of the mountain next to the lion, you know, the man. Just saying. No, it's not wrong to ask, Julia. I got you. Also, I feel like, Maddie, since you're like one of the like 10% that watch me, the few, the proud of the men, you get a wrench too. There you go. Malafale, are you still in here? And Cool J. Yeah, go ahead and drop your question, Malafale. Oh yeah, you're welcome, Maddie. Will you have another relationship before going back to your Gemini? Let's see what the likelihood is of that. It's gonna be a long while. Because this is about, like, since you're more so wondering if he's gonna come back, this is about someone having to go on a journey of their own. I would say it's like deciding to forsake everything else that's going on and just realize that the thing that's the most important to you is you. So focusing on the things that are going to make you happy going forward over time, you know? It's about the long term. So I just think by the time he comes back, you'll be on to the next, you know? Phantom, did you have a question? Because, like, you've been, like, in here chatting and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta give them a little bit of attention, too. Doesn't necessarily mean that. It just means that, essentially, you should be on a voyage of self-love and self-improvement. And ultimately, that is how you get a really, really awesome partner. When someone meets you and you are complete, and you get to be aside another complete person, that's like a very, very beautiful bond, you know? But yeah, Phantom, if you have a question, drop it. I gotcha. I just want a reading on what I can expect next week. I got ya. Ooh. This is about jumping in, being spontaneous, just like going for it. So if you get an opportunity to showcase your talents, really, really do it, you know? Live free and be yourself and allow the room to get to know you as you are. Because obviously there's a charming aspect about this, you know what I mean? There's something to be said about people who can really live in the moment, have a good time, and not necessarily be so rigid and stiff. Like, really, really use that to your advantage. Yeah, I got you guys. I'm gonna start another side to the list. Yeah, I went back to my shaman ones, because those ones I know, like, really well instinctively. Oh, you're welcome, Phantom, anytime. Like, stay around, chill out, because, like I said, I only got 10% people that, like, watch me that are male, so we gotta get that 10%. Yeah, I got you, Sarah, drop it. When your eyes water and you're not trying to mess up your eye makeup, it's just like, shit, save me. Save me, someone. That's all I need to do is streak on a live streak. I'm just like, that's horrible. Yeah, Eyes Like Stars. You'll be right after Sarah. I'm just waiting on her question. Malapale, go ahead and drop yours after Eyes Like Stars. Oh, Thor. Well, with some of the other decks, not all of them are, like, even this one, it's not strictly translated. Like, they're kind of meant to be interpreted culturally different, if that makes sense. So it's like they're based around the culture and the artwork. Phantom, you gotta try my favorite thing. You gotta get you some Epsom salt. It makes a hard day's work and a night's rest so much better. Just like, even if you shower, just like slather yourself in it, let it like obviously get away from the stream water, so it sticks, and you just want to like just knock off all the negative energy of coming in contact with a bunch of people during the day, because sometimes someone's bad day can stick to you. What are R's thoughts about me and L? R is a crush of mine, but L is who I'm currently with. Can you please repull? Because I think you missed my question. No, I remember I pulled it. You're gonna have to rewind. But I remember what they said. L was viewing you in a way that he feels like you're using your sexuality to manipulate. Where on the other side, like, the crush kind of idealizes you, which would make a lot of sense because they can't have you, especially in that context. But yeah, I mean, I still feel that the energy and the message itself is still the same. Right? Isn't Julia like a pro mod? She really is. She is on it. I'm like, I see emojis and stuff. I'm like, oh, I never thought of that. Oh. Well, in terms of that was just me looking at the energy of the two. If you're feeling like that, that means that you may be debating choosing L, which obviously you are because you asked about them. But it's just about you idealizing somebody. But you gotta realize too, the grass is not always greener on the other side. Like, you don't see when he wakes up every morning and leaves the underwear for you to pick up. Like, there's a million things that can be different when you go from one man to the other. You know what I mean? Yes, Maddie, yes. Police the trolls. Handle my lightweight. I needed a bouncer anyway. You get an olive beret. Oh yeah, anytime, Vera. I'm gonna be nosy and peek over at the other tab and see the participants. I don't know why sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Wait, what does what mean? I was like, wait, what? Hey, happily ever after, do you have a question? I'm just gonna try to read off the chat, you guys. I'm gonna do my best. If I miss your question, just like throw it at me again when you see the chat slow down. I'm just gonna do my best to like keep up with all of y'all. Oh, thank you, happily ever after. That is so sweet. I've had like a very, very interesting day. It started on an emotional low and then literally peaked at an amazing high. Like I finally have a little bit of relief, so I don't have to worry. I can literally live stream in peace for like, yeah, at least the next month and a half. I don't have to really worry. And as long as I keep the rest of my like side business stuff going, because I always tell people diversify, I should be fine. And that's without me having to return to retail. So just saying. Thank you. Please no energy vampires, Maddie. Please don't let them get up in here. You know the main one. Her name's Emily. If I don't stop dragging Emily in every stream. But y'all know who she is. She got like 6 screen names. She always pops in. She be asking the same question about Snapchat. Oh, thank you so much. Happily, it means so much. Literally, it means so much to know you guys are actually watching the other things on my channel. Like, the plan really is for me to continue live streaming so I can continue to build one-on-one relationships with you guys. And I also really hope that you guys are checking out my other videos, because those things took a lot of time. I got makeup tutorials, talks on mental health. I run a podcast show with my best friend, and we're on episode like 10. So our 11th one is coming soon. But yeah, there's a lot. What if Emily is watching? Why do you think I always say it? You think I'm just Look, I feel like Emily brings out my inner Tyra Banks. I've never yelled at a girl like this. But learn something from this. I was rooting for you, Emily. We were all rooting for you. Why am I like popping and rolling as I'm screaming at somebody? It's like when you got that's just my hip hop mama. Be Millie rocking as you get in trouble. If you don't clean this motherfucking kitchen, I'ma beat. Oh my god, is that who is Sophia Yee? Yes, Phantom, of course you remember that. Oh, you were looking for good brands of metallic lipstick? My favorite ones are Urban Decay. I want to say the color's Conspiracy. Oh, so good. Hey T Renee, we're just chopping it up in the chat, having a good time. Like, no particular topic or anything. We're just literally hanging out. Welcome in, good energy to you and everything. I feel like I need to get back to doing that. Good energy to everybody who's been here. To all 12 of y'all. All dozen of y'all. Oh yeah, we're not even running the list right now. Literally, you guys do your best to just kind of like mix in some chat, drop a question. But I'll leave it to you guys to kind of like make it work. Let's see. Yes, I know that's right, T Renee. Come in the house, hop up in the house, turn Azrael on. Take a look at my YouTube, say what's up. Hey, we live streaming. Oh no, I better be quiet before Soldier Boy come up here like, you stole my flow. You're so angry. Yes, Conspiracy, Urban Decay. You seen the tea with Jacqueline and her lipsticks? Julia. We talked about it in a podcast. I want to say it was episode 8, I think. But it's literally in the title. It should be actually over here. There should be a podcast playlist, I think. But yeah. If not, when you go to my channel and you press playlist, you'll see, actually when you go to my homepage, you'll see Azrael and Shadi. That's like our little talk show. We do tarot during it too, so it's kind of cool. Eleni, can I ask how George feels? Yeah, you can. Why not? Let's find out. Aw. So, this is like someone thinking of you in isolation. So it's like, it's a really positive sign, because honestly, if you're someone that comes up in conversation or in thought in passing, that just means that you're on their mind. Especially with the idea of them being in isolation and you being on their mind, that means that you've left a really, really positive imprint. But yeah. And then we got Anna Alves. Is my ex coming back soon? Thank you. Five of Bows. So, he may come back, but you need to be aware that he may be putting on the Ritz, or like trying to be someone other than himself, or someone who's trying to wear multiple hats. And whenever I hear wearing multiple hats, I do wonder to like if you need to wonder about their like how faithful they are. But just keep in mind, like when he comes back, you want him to be the person walking past the window, not any of the three reflections. You know what I mean? You want someone who's going to be super, super authentic. Let's see. Let's see. Crazy thing today. My dude introduced me to this kid today. He upset me the day before, though. When I have an attitude, he should jumps to see what's wrong like that. I know that's right. Oh, yay. Yeah, Malapa. Let's find out. Can I ask if I would get pregnant again? So we'll do likelihood. So this is about it being a possibility, but you may have to be a little bit protective of you. You know what I mean? Like, really protect your energy. Make sure that, like, you're in good spirits. Now, I'll go ahead and read the actual description, because this is basically Mother Bear. And some drones. A person who loves simple things. Protection, excessive caution. Yeah. So it's possible, but you just need to make sure that you're, like, creating the safest environment possible. Like, literally go into mama bear mode. But yeah, that's a sweet message. My boo told me he missed me 4 times this week. Does he really miss me? Let's find out. Is he Renee? Let's find out. Oh, yeah, he does. And not only does he miss you, but you bring out his inner child. That is so sweet. I hope you know you the big red snake that's like having him have a great time. I don't know what it means that he was having such a good time riding you, but hey. Whew. Yeah, you guys really are nailing it. Thank you, Julia and Maddie. I really appreciate you guys. I know that's right, T. Renee. Surfboard. Yeah, ask how George feels about our phone convo. So same card, but I'll go ahead and read out the full description for you. Now this is, I want to say, Knave of Bones. Shaman of Fire. The fire of ambition, abundance of resources, ample capacity for recovery and transformism. I feel like, in particular, abundance of resources is really sticking out. I feel like you guys may be in a place of having to make a couple decisions based upon how much things cost, or possibly even, like, sometimes even resources can be people. Like, you may be a little bit weary about if the other person's talking to someone else, you know? But, I mean, it's coming from a good place, but it just comes out a little you know? Did he run out his minutes? I would be mad over that. LOL. Can I have a follow-up on my pregnancy question? The possibility of getting pregnant. Will it be with your Gemini? So let's put those together. Possibility of getting pregnant with your Gemini. He may have saw something on social media. You know how guys are. Why you liking dudes' photos? Two of bows. So preparation. Daily reality enters in a conflict with your own desires. Indecision or momentary truths. So this is about not making the necessary changes. Meaning you gotta create a really, really perfect place for a baby. Like, I know people think that, like, you can drink and you can do all these different things when you're trying to, you know, catch the, I don't know how you would put it, but when you're trying to create that chemical reaction or whatever. And, you know, you just want to make sure that you're doing everything you can do to boost those nutrients and stay the perfect, I don't want to say breeding ground, but yeah, it's like you gotta nurture that and really create a really beautiful place for that. It's essentially saying, like, the environment is possible with the two of you, but it's about how you nurture it. It's about how you actually work on it together as a couple. I think you both have to be on the same page, because it's going to tell a lot to do with the outcome. You know, it's hard to bring out a life into this world if only one person's aware that that is the objective, if that makes sense. You guys literally both need to be on the same page. It's kind of like how, like, a lot of times a woman will feel like it's her responsibility, but it's like, is the guy wearing boxer shorts? Has he already tested his sperm count? There's a lot that goes into it, you know? It's a song and dance of man and woman to create a baby, you know? And then eyes like stars, possibility out. What's the possible outcome of getting pregnant? Let's say the likelihood, because I feel like outcome sounds like it could possibly give you something that might be negative, like in a way that's like, that sounds like it could be an end all be all, right? So, 3 of bones. So this one's for you, eyes like stars. I'm gonna go ahead and message of the spirits. Favorable circumstance to undertake a project, outside help, unexpected support. Oh, I like that. Unexpected support. Sounds, and I even get like, oh, that's so weird. Ugh, okay. I've been telling y'all, like, since I started doing, like, tarot and stuff, like, I get new sensations and stuff. It felt like when someone, like, puts their hand on your shoulder and they're, like, rubbing, I feel like, in a weird way, eyes like stars, I think you have, like, support from, like, your angels. Like, it's very apparent. Yeah, the retrograde actually does affect people and their exes. It makes them try to double back. But ain't no doubling back. Sorry, that was like the real me time. Ain't no doubling back. You get one time. Oh, you can see him, y'all? That's hilarious. Wow, Maddie, you remember my dog's name. That's hilarious. Yeah, he's back here. His little face. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's him. Totally. May I ask when will George and I get engaged? I can ask that, but it won't give me time. It'll give me like state of mind that you guys will be in when that happens, if it happens. But I'll do it. Let's do it. Number 17 in Roman numerals. They are Chihuahuas. One is half Dachshund, the yellow one over there, her. She's like basically a Chiweenie, but she got really big. I thought she was going to be long and skinny, but she got really big. And then Boom Boom is a Chihuahua. No, boy, stay asleep, please. Okay, I'm really close to this. Here we go. So this is called The Path of the Stars. So, Elaney, this one's for you. The silent guide that comes from above, inspiration, listening to an inner voice, benefits for the soul, spirituality, and nostalgia for the past. This is like when... Okay, I feel like the literal translation of for your answer is when you both feel that the other person is home. It's about like a feeling of sureness and hearing that voice within you telling you to, you know, that the time is right. What does petting a three-headed dog mean? I had a dream when it came up to me. Three heads usually... I always think about that. There's like a... I want to say like back when I used to like Juicy Couture, one of their anthem like little logo things was like a double-headed dog or something. Or maybe just be thinking about old world like Freemason stuff. Because I know that there's like a double-headed bird on a couple things. There's one on our flag, I think. But I don't know. Dreaming about phones mean? It means your phone is too close to your head charging. I'm just saying. Is that really your question? I don't know. Oh yeah. If they were white, maybe it was like a heaven hound? I don't know. Elaney, to be honest, I never believed that two people could feel the same about anybody. You know what I mean? And that's not from a... I mean that from like your experiences with person A and person B, unless you live a life that is so routine that the experiences are exactly the same, I don't believe that one person could care more than the other. Just because I really feel like, especially in situations where you're with party A versus party B and maybe you guys' lives are in danger for a brief moment, that puts you two closer. That puts you to a point where, you know, essentially there's something that ties you closer than just feelings. You know what I mean? Like, you almost lost your life with this person. And so what I'm saying is I don't necessarily believe that it can be equal, because I think unless the relationships are literally like the same, it would be really hard. But that's just my opinion. Right? I think Thor might be onto that one. Phones equals communication. Alessia is like, who was your wallpaper? I feel George has gone off on me. Oh. No, I just think that makes him seem more controlling if he's gone off on you. Like, ooh. Is there any new shows on the house? And the house and the house. Oh, are there any new shows that hasn't had that so long? I don't know. I haven't watched anything really that, like, great on TV, you know what I mean? How will Ronnie feel? Can I ask how Ronnie would feel if you pick George? Ugh, 10 of bows. That's icky. That made my stomach drop. Losing oneself. Painful but therapeutic detachment. Problems that can no longer be ignored. Conclusions of a cycle and hostility. Girl, you better hide your MacBook, hide your cell phone, get it all in the car before you say anything. I'm just like, you'll be like, I'm sick of this shit. This sounds like someone who can't take that news very well. You might want to do that one over the phone. Hey, Chaot Nut, welcome back. It's been a couple days. Well, yeah, you know how some people are. They just get really mad. Oh, I'm good. How are you, Chaot Nut? Typically, I would think that 10 is like completion or wholeness, the end of a cycle. Can I have a card for Veli's feelings toward me at the moment? Yeah, I got you. Five of Drums. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and put that guy closer. Collapse. Crisis. Loss of stable point of reference. Difficulty remembering that one has friends and allies. So he may be kind of in a place of like emotional collapse, meaning he may be withdrawing himself a little bit from you, or maybe you haven't heard from him. But it's not because he doesn't want to talk to you, it's because things around him feel like they're unstable, if that makes sense, you know? What's up, David? Hey, nice to meet you. Literally, I think this is the first time I've seen you in here. My name's Azrael Vicious, nice to meet you. And I just want to say, you are one of the 10% of men who watch this channel, so welcome in, and, you know, thanks for being one of the few, the strong, the brave. It's you and Maddie. Let's see. Lainey, can I ask how the next employee I hire will be? Any good at sales? Yeah, you gotta look for the person who's pure of heart. Like the person who leaves you with no questions, like they say just enough to like let you know they're serious, but they always keep it professional. Someone who's really, really pure to the task. Like they're down to do what needs to be done, but they also are coming from a really good place. So there's good hires coming. Oh yeah, Thor's in here too. My bad. I always forget Thor. It's funny. It's just because, like, when I see Thor, I don't even think male or female. I think about the dude with the hammer. I just think about a cartoon character. But you know, you part of that 10% too. Where are you from, Thor? Drop your location. Because I know some people are, like, watching from, like, I want to say New Zealand or the Netherlands. I have people watching France. I have people watching India. So it's really cool. Oh, thank you, Eleni. Okay, yeah, that was for you. You're able to rewind it though. Like I made sure to say the question before, so you'll know your question. I would say just go back like 4 or 5 minutes. It should be there. Can I ask on my Gemini reply to my message? I don't necessarily, not unless the card indicates that it'll be speedy, but I'll see. Let's see if he will reply to your message. Yeah, but it's like he has to get over some annoyed feelings. Like he has to get over it. Like whatever's making him mad. Or not feel like he wants to reach out. Or whatever is keeping him from reaching out. But eventually he'll get over it. And it's a sooner than later. What's up with the eye emoji? I don't know. Did I miss it? Where's the eye emoji? Oh, let's see. Can I have a card for who's coming my way in romance? Eyes like stars. Oh yeah, David, if you have a question too, feel free to drop one. So eyes like stars. Astral voyage. So you may have to fly above energetically, meaning you may kiss a couple frogs, but then you'll land on someone who's like amazing. But it's about taking the leap and having the faith to fly in the first place. Am I in LA? I am in Sacramento. I did live in Los Angeles for like a year. Me and Shadi both did. Let's see. Is it possible to have a reading? Claire, just drop your question. David, will my books be successful? I mean, they will be regardless, but let's see what the cards have to say. So, yeah, I feel like there's a little bit of fear there. So conquer it. And this is all about having to work through it in order to get what you want. Now, in terms of what's behind it, you have King of, I want to say, drums? No, King of Drums. Here we go. Spirit of the Father Buffalo. A man who can be trusted. Loyalty, patience, reinforcement, slowness, and reluctance to change opinion. Meaning, that's good for a book. Because you want to have a strong opinion or a strong voice in a book. So, but the main thing is you just got to make sure that you're not fearful. Like, if you're going to do it, do it. Go all in. Say exactly what you mean. Say it exactly how you want to say it. And just move like that. Like, do what you want to do. Because people will understand it. But literally just, yeah, just have no fear. Hey, Goddess. Welcome back in. Who will I end up in a relationship with, Samuel or Chino? Thank you for Clara O'Connell. So, Samuel for Chino. Ooh. It just depends on the type of relationship you want. Chino's gonna be more free, more fun. But then on the opposite side, Samuel's gonna have more spiritual depth to him. So it depends. Do you want to have fun on this plane, or do you want to go beyond this plane? Either way, both are freeing options, but it depends on the type of growth or the type of experience you want. Do you want something that's gonna be like spiritual, or do you want something that's gonna be physical? Because this is enjoying life in the moment, and this is going beyond and getting into astral planes. Not a bad choice, but yeah. Goddess 01, what messages does Spirit want me to know currently? To focus on where it is that you put your efforts, because if you reach for the sky, you can hit it, but it's about starting from a place of knowing exactly where you want to go, and also knowing exactly how long it's going to take you. So it's a practical shot, not a sure shot, but a shot where you're working to be most likely to hit your target. But it's about making smart moves. Can I ask if there's someone else coming my way romantically for Julia? Yeah, but it's 7 of Stones. Serpent of the Visions, in the labyrinth of desires and possibilities, all the mirrors that reflect the image of our face, indecision or fear of success. So it means possibly yes, but they might be so perfect that you might get scared and run off. That's like not necessarily being ready for the intensity of the love and running away from it. If New Zealand will beat New England tonight for the Cricket World Cup. Oh, it's possible. But they gotta be, like, wild about it. Like, they gotta really, really hop in and have a good time. Now, that's Knave of Stones. Shamanic secret of the art, nothing is sacred, all is gathered. Peace of soul, nurturing of the sentiments. Nurturing of the sentiments, yeah. Meaning they need to really, really give a good show. If you feel like the show's going really good, then most likely, yes. Because I feel like that's like a big emphasis on performing or entertaining. Sorry for caps, that's hilarious. I always use caps, but it's because my Bluetooth keyboard really sucks. And it's like if I type in normal letters, I look like I'm that SpongeBob meme where it's like, where it's like he's saying normal things, but it looks like I'm typing it mean. Yeah, the chat in here be cracking me up. Sometimes, like, it'll just be something completely left going on, and it'll just be like, oh, when you finally catch on, it's really funny. It's like Maddie, Thor, David. I feel like my percentage is gonna go up. Normally, I think there's only 2 people who are male watching. I don't know where Freddie is. I haven't seen him in a while. Normally, it's Maddie and Freddie like cracking us up. I can hear the sarcasm, Maddie, in the way you text, like you sent that to the chat. Your numbers are entertaining. It's funny, I actually keep on my clock, like a world clock of all the countries that watch me, so that's how I decide on when to go live, which is hilarious because I know people in the United States must be like, are you kidding me? But at the same time, like, I enjoy my talk with people across the world. Like, I don't know that I'm gonna get to visit all the countries that watch me, so it's really fun to like know that there are people that you can relate to across the world. Yeah, same. It's like usually I'm a night owl too. I just gotta be careful with that because sometimes like I'll end up awake at 3, 4, 5 in the morning and I'm just like, oh, so bad. You mean recently, Isaac Stars? Yeah, Malapale. Typically, my base is about 85 to 90% female at any given day, which I'm cool with that. If you guys want to hear paranormal stories, I would love to put these down and actually just talk to you guys, if that's fine, if I have the room's permission. Okay. So you guys, if someone comes in and asks, let them know that like we're chit-chatting, we're having a good time talking paranormal stuff. Cause I want to hear you guys' stuff too. You got ghosted by a girl once. That's as paranormal as it got. Yeah, you guys are cracking me up with that. Okay, so as far as like paranormal stuff, when I was a little kid and I like used to stay at the house I live in now, I like was sleeping on the living room floor and I felt like I saw this thing. If you guys want, I could draw it out so you guys could see what I saw, but I was never able to really describe what it was as a child. Hey Nabrisha, we're just chit-chatting, but it was like this thing. It had a really odd head. And it almost looked like an octopus. Like it had this really weird body. But it had like these really weird things. And like, all I could say is I could see a gray, weird silhouette. And I was like a little kid, so like, it freaked me out. It was just like an ominous, almost veiled thing. Like, almost like it was transparent and there was something underneath it. And that like creeped me out. But I was really young back then. And that's the only time I've ever seen something like that. Then like once when I was younger, like I think I was 6, my brother used to be a little bit more of a hothead and he got into an argument with my family and he like drove his car up on the curb and apparently I was there and everyone says that I jumped. I don't remember jumping. The last thing I saw a frozen car. Like frozen, and then the next thing I saw, it was down the street. So I know I didn't personally move. I know I didn't move. But everyone's like, wow, what a jump you had. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I didn't jump. And then I would say the most like paranormal, like actually like paranormal thing that's ever happened is like me and my twin flame when we lived together, he would just always not want to be intimate, like not even sleep next to me or cuddle or anything. So obviously, like me being a person who likes routine and knowing what to expect every night, I would hate those nights when he would be like, I'm just gonna go lay on the couch, because I knew he was up to no good, you know what I mean? And I would just envision that hot magenta, like T-Mobile color, and I would like take all my anger and like all my frustration of him not wanting to just be a normal couple, I'd shoot it into the living room. And I kid you not, every time I did that, like not even 5 minutes later, if it was already dark and he was laying down, he would bust in the room and be like, something's out there, like freak out. So, and the way he described it to me is that it was winged, dark, and spiky. So I'm like, and the funny thing is, he realized that I learned how to do it on purpose. Like, after the third time, he's like, you gotta stop doing this shit. He's like, I'm in here, I'm gonna fucking cuddle you, but you need to stop doing this shit. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. But, yeah. But I don't know, you guys, because my heritage is all over the place. Like, my mom won't talk to me about it a lot, but she used to say that, like, when my grandma lived in Louisiana, she used to, you know, practice a little voodoo. And my mom's, like, straight up Christian. I have Buddhist family on my Japanese side, and I have always been someone who's just been open, you know? I don't have, like, a preference on religion or anything like that. I'm completely open. And I feel like it just really creates an environment where I don't know my own strength. The one thing I know I can do with my hands is Reiki. I've cleared my friend's chakras before, and that was really interesting because as I would clear each chakra, there would be a moment of them being normal and then them like snapping out of consciousness. And yeah, that would just trip me out, because this person who like was snapping in and out is not even spiritual. So they had tried everything else and they were like, okay, whatever. If you think this is gonna help, let's try it. Exactly, Maddie. Yeah, I allow myself to just be open to it. Malapale, I am from Oakland, California. But yeah, it's weird. I always say the circumstances that took for me to come about in the way that I did, really, really makes me feel like it was like a set of circumstances. Because like, in order for me to be Japanese, my grandpa had to go all the way to Okinawa. He met my grandma. They came back to Sacramento. My mom and my dad met at a night out at a club or something, and then like, it was weird. My grandma, who they say practiced voodoo, told my mom that they were gonna have a baby and they were gonna get married and that I was gonna have blonde hair, and she's like, yeah, right. And she passed away in 2 years after I popped up. So I never met her, but I feel like I know her because I know when she visits me, like, it's weird. I don't know how to explain it, but there's like a warmth there. Thor, let's see your palms. I will see what you got if you want to try it. Oh my god, I do want to try it. What do I do? Is that like good enough? I don't know. I've never done palm stuff before. Yeah, I am part Japanese. I'm a quarter. I'm like, I don't know what it does, but we go see. Like, what you got, Thor? Well, so did I clear my chakra when I woke up and lost my memory? Possibly, because when you clear your chakras, it's like you don't have thoughts. It's like it's chill. Yeah, I love Japan too. I want to go back. Oh. I'm just like so curious. I'm like, what is Thor gonna type back? The only time I've ever tried anything with my palms, I think my uncle who lives in Japan told me that I have a long lifeline, and I was like, great, I would be stuck here. What does that mean? Your Mercury money / spiritual line is all the way to Mercury pinky finger. What does that mean? What does that mean? Yeah, I believe that, Julia. I really do. I know little kids, like, when you're younger, like, I feel like the veil is a lot thinner. Oh, I do have one, like, kind of scary, but yeah, it was the night I, like, made myself go to bed and I put a bunch of weight on me. Like, I tucked myself into, like, 3 comforters and made my bed really tautly. And it made me really hot when I was sleeping. And apparently there's a community of people who literally do that in order to have these really dark, angry, I believe it's malevolent dreams. So I had a dream that I was visiting my brother, because me and my siblings were half siblings. I was visiting their grandma in her house, but it wasn't her house. I was being walked, or like glided through her house, and it was weird because, like, I've never stolen anything in my entire life, and I had this weird feeling like, oh, pick up the plate, and I'm like, I would never do that, right? So I'm like, whatever. I convinced myself to float out the door because I'm like, I'm not doing that. And then I get back to my childhood home, and when I go in the back door, I'm like being pulled toward, because it's a very long house. So when you go from the back door, it's like a straight rectangle, and it was like I was being like pulled towards static. There was like static on the TV, and there was like this thing coming from the floor that was made of static. And I just remember it didn't get to touch me. I woke up, but it was literally 3 a.m. Like, I was not okay. I think I literally got up and read the Bible. Like, I was so shook. I was not sure what I was seeing, feeling, interpreting. It just scared me. Like, it was that intense. Oh my god, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and pick these guys up. And actually, Thor, that's true. When I lay down, I always hear, it's like whispers. I don't like that. Because I'm like, bitch, I'm not crazy. Like, it's not voices. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It just feels like it's connected to the crown chakra. It's like, I feel like in a weird way, if I wanted to tune the sense, I probably could. But I just don't know where to start. Goddess 01 for your next job. Okay, so you gotta make sure that you do what you want to do, because I don't want you to be sitting over there crouched up like a child. This is about you taking on the role of being your own adult under your own circumstances, and no longer turning to needing the approval of family members, a significant other, of in-laws, or anything like that. It's about doing what's best for you purely, because if you don't, you're stunting your own growth. Hey, Coach Joshua, welcome. Like, yeah, your first time here. My name's Azrael. Welcome to my channel, where we like to chill out and do chromotherapy and listen to music and chit chat. Hey, Desert Flower, welcome in. But yeah, Maybe that is what it is, Thor. Oh, thanks. The funny thing is, my mom tried to surprise me. She knows I've been a little like depressed lately, so her and my uncle went to the like Target, which is like my favorite place to get graphic tees, and they came back with a bunch of them for me, which I thought was really funny. The other one they got me, I don't understand because I've never seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but apparently they got me a graphic tee for that too. So, but thanks. Like, yeah, when I put my hair on, I was like, oh, I feel like that's like it kind of goes with the mood. Oh, that's the only thing missing. I'm like, I can't see my jewelry. A little amethyst in my labradorite. You guys want to really crack up? Not only am I wearing the Johnny Cash shirt, but I'm wearing a kilt. It's hot. It's like 80 something degrees. That and my boyfriend is like actually like German and Scottish, so I'm allowed. I was allowed now. I was one of the Scotsmen. Okay, not really. Not really. Yeah, depression does suck, Joshua. But you know what? I'm getting through it, and honestly, I won't be depressed for a while because like I've been making my ways out of no way. Yeah, go for it, Nicolina. Oh, I'm good, Desert Flower. How are you doing? Yeah, I gotta watch it so I can understand Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Also, Coach Joshua and Desert Flower, if you have questions, go ahead and drop them. Since you guys are new to my room and we are kind of like teeter-tottering back and forth. Because I want to relocate currently. Okay, so you just want to know what the likelihood is of you going in the beauty and health industry. Ooh. So you got essentially like Mama Bear. Let me go ahead and find that booklet. I was like, where did I put that? So it's the Queen of Drums. Queen of Drums. Here we go. Mother Bear. A person who loves simple things, protection, jealousy, and excessive caution. Which, honestly, those are good things to have when you're dealing with someone's health or dealing with their face or makeup. Like, you do want to have excessive caution. So I think it's definitely possible. But I think that's a very, very appropriate card because I've worked cosmetic retail for 8 years up until this point. So it can be very possessive because people get very funny about their clientele. Sometimes they can get a little catty. And it is what it is, but I mean, I'm sure you'll have an easier time than me because you're a woman. So, just saying. Thanks, Joshua. Let's see. Are you doing readings for anyone? Yeah, we're just chatting it up. People are just throwing them out, and yeah, I'm just gonna catch them as I see them. My favorite movies are Twister and Braveheart. I've never seen either. Oh wait, I think I have seen Twister though. I really love Miss Sale, but I want to know who that person you told me is. Should I wait? So let's see if you've met the person that we're talking about, or could it possibly be him? I feel like it's a new person. It's gonna be someone who just kind of comes out of nowhere with a whole lot of passion and like it's like I just get like red chakra energy, like very sexual, like sexual vigor. I love Freemasons. It's weird. I don't know why they get such a bad rep. Like, I think it's a brotherhood like everything else. I just think if you can create a community and you feel like you belong, why not? I mean, that's why people go to church. That's why people do social groups. It's all about finding a place to belong. So I don't get why they get such a bad rep. Let's see. You're a Rolling Stone. Am I going to reach my goal weight by the end of August? Nicolina. Okay, so this is about not dieting, but needing to change your lifestyle. Because you're feeling pressure from society to change. And it's frustrating and sometimes a little bit overwhelming. But you need to think about it like this. A diet is a sprint. You're not gonna want to sprint, because if you sprint, you're gonna lose the weight and it's gonna come right back. What you want to do is find ways to gradually change your lifestyle, make healthier choices, and then the weight not only comes off but stays off for a much longer period of time. So I think what it is, you need to be softer about your time frame and more serious about how it is that you're instituting those changes. Oh. So you're thinking like, yeah, like on the business side. But yeah, either way, I think you'll do well, Goddess, to be honest. Like, Mother Bear is a really good one. Coach Joshua, can you pull a card for me on my love interest? I gotcha. So think on it. I'm gonna do an ASMR shuffle. Alright, let's see. So that is Knight of Bows. Ally of the Clouds. So, revealing dreams with profound unconscious contents, anxiety toward freedom, a sudden decision followed by action or illumination. So this is all about not being afraid to get actually what you want. Anxiety towards freedom usually indicates that you may get or come so close to someone, and at the very last minute you may decide, oh, like, no, I'm like freak out moment, you know, like everything just kind of, like, you start to question everything because everything's perfect, when really there's no reason to question everything. You just gotta take things for what they are, because there's nothing that's too good that you don't deserve, Joshua, essentially. Especially if you've been on like I feel like most people, especially since I see coach in your name, that kind of tells me that, like, instinctively you're probably someone who's pretty self-responsible, which is pretty big on my channel. I always tell people, like, if you really want to find love, fill your own cup, meaning, like, love on yourself, take care of yourself, emotionally, physically, nurture yourself, because when people see a full chalice, they can't help but want to drink from that and to have that with them. So yeah, I would definitely say, like, keep a positive attitude, just don't fear success. How will I feel about my job search in the next 2 weeks? Goddess 01. Right, it is almost breakfast time. Oh yeah, anytime. You're welcome, Joshua. And I feel like you'll feel really good about your job search. I feel like you'll get a couple rings back, or you'll get a couple emails back, or move through a couple stages. But this is about making a strong move. Now, there's a second card in the deck that's similar, that's more about, like, pointing in the area. This is about pointing for a bullseye, like knocking it out the park. So just tighten up that resume, you know what I mean? Get it ready to go. And think about it like that when you press when you press send on the email. Think about you just pow, releasing the bow. Let's see, can I have one on my love interest? Desert Flower. Ooh, okay. I got this card recently myself. Now, this is the card for the Hunter of Demons, which actually, I believe, is typically translated to the High Priest. But the priest warrior of the Path of Shadows, spiritual power, new ideals, and secrets unveiled. Now, the secrets unveiled could be for the better or for worse. That's the weird thing. They may have something that they haven't told you that ultimately that information will change the way that you see the relationship. Now, it doesn't mean that you won't want to be with them. It just means that, you know, there's just more for you to discover. Let's see. Hey, Moonstar, welcome in. I don't believe I've met you yet. My name is Azrael Vicious. Welcome to my channel. Atika. Hey, welcome in. Nice to meet you. If you have a question, just go ahead and drop it inside the chat, Atika. Let's see. Can I ask if my Gemini regrets what he did to me? Malapale. No, he doesn't regret it. He's off to live his life and do his own thing. This is like about rhythm, so he feels what he did is justified, and he's off in his world, living his own truth. And honestly, that sounds a little narcissistic, to be honest. Oh, thank you, Moonstar. That's the whole idea, you know. We really want us to all like come together, be a group, and share the love. That's the second card that had an arrow that you pulled for me. That's funny, Goddess 01, because that means there's a progression there. It means it's a symbol of significance to you. Can I have a card for love, please? Moonstar. I got ya. Now you got the same card that person got about the person who's... like if they regretted what they did. Now this is Seven of Drums. Suppleness. Capacity to adapt to unforeseen events. Tolerance, adaptation, twist of fate. So this is about remaining flexible no matter what life throws at you, and kind of just going with the flow, no matter how it may necessarily fall on you, you know? Yeah, drop your question, Sarah. Let's see, what guy will I end up with in October? Since there are no names, it'll be personality traits. That's number 13. Now listen up for personality traits. The other existence, the other world as a dark mirror with the material world. Radical transformation, psychic purification, complete revolution of a way of being. You need to go with the person who rocks their world, and I don't mean in a physical sense. I mean like they turn everything upside down and get you to reconsider old values. That's how you'll know who it is. So, yeah. Whoever changes your lifestyle the most, eyes like stars, is who's it's gonna be. Atika, how does he feel about me? I'm a Leo, not sure about his. Queen of Bows, which is Mother Crow. An elusive person of 1,000 facets, complex thought, prejudice, and attention. So, essentially, I would say that he feels like you're a very, very particular kind of woman. Like, you know what you want, you know what you don't like, you know what you love, and you're kind of unafraid to speak your mind about it, which I think he can admire. These are Shaman Tarot. I want to say they're like by Lo Scarborough. What my brother TC trying to tell me? I got ya. He's gonna convey some type of perfectionism or obsession with perfectionism. Which means there may be a new person catching his eye. If that's really like your brother. Like he may have a new girl in his life or something that he's kind of hiding, but he may think the world of her. Let's see, yeah, narcissists. Yeah, I've dealt with them. The bar closed in Asgard, so I ended up here. Where's Asgard? Like, what country are you in? Thank you, that's a good card, you're welcome. But the 10% is awesome. We are rocking this out. Yeah, you guys totally are rocking it out. 10% is showing up strong. I want to know how the Virgo feels about me. I'm a Gemini and we are not lovers, but he told me that he likes me 2 months ago and had a chance to travel to the United Emirates. Will I have a good life there? So let's just get an outcome vibe if you move to the Emirates. Oh yeah, you'll be fine. 2 of Stones. Harmony. Each healing has love as its nucleus, attraction, feelings expressed with sincerity. So yeah, overall that's good. Oh, you're welcome, Matika. I know that's right. Why did your cousin try to give your ex your phone number? Because they think that, in their opinion, that it's better for you to go through the pain of talking to him. Starcom. People call out. Oh. Have I met my soulmate? You're welcome, Sarah. So, the answer to your question is your soulmate is the person who has these characteristics. I'll go ahead and read it out to you. So, this is the spirit of the pure waters. So, his definition is a jovial man with innate talent for business and opportunities, unorthodox ideas and negotiations. So it sounds like a pretty well thought out, well emotioned businessman. You're welcome, Sarah. AGR, the pain of talking to him. I don't know what that means. Oh yeah. Basically, I think whoever it was that like gave your number to that person was just being a little insensitive. Like they figure, oh, they'll get over it if they just talk to them. It was just like kind of disregarding the emotional aspect of it, you know? Yeah, go for it, GR. Ooh, GR must be typing. She must be typing. I got you. And then after GR, you guys, I think I'm actually gonna cut our stream because it is almost 3 and I need to get to bed. I'll take Eyes Like Stars 2. I'll take one more. But after that, I really need to head to the bed. Otherwise, I won't be able to wake up in the morning and come back to you guys. But yeah. Why was... Oh, see, yeah. See, that's my fear. Eyes Like Stars. Being up until 5. Because I do that all the time on accident. And it's like... I feel like it takes me forever to get the day started. So I do my best. Oh yeah. Don't forget to pop back in, Moonstar. I usually do my best to be nightly. But why was H in a bad mood? Contemplation. He's milling over conversations that you two have had, or either that or he's got some new information. But either way, like, it's weighing heavily on his mind. Oh yeah, you're welcome, Desert Flower. And thank you, Malapale. Oh yeah. And Coach Joshua, don't forget to come back. You too, Thor. And yeah, Maddie, of course, too. Yeah, we gotta stay in here. The 10%. Let's see. Does anyone... Let's see. Does anyone have a crush on me? Sarah. Number 21. Punishment. Eternal law above human law. New karmic balance, harmonization, and perfectionism. So it's like there's someone who idealizes you, but yeah. Like there's someone who has their eye on you, and that's about it. Oh yeah, you guys. Well yeah, thank you so much for like keeping me company, you guys. I hope you all have a really, really good night. I appreciate you all coming to like chill out with me, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. If you guys need other entertainment for the night, don't forget there are podcasts, makeup videos, there are mental health talks, and all kinds of stuff on this channel. So, yeah, essentially, you guys, I will be back in a matter of hours, like I always say. Just give me 12 hours so I can get my ish together, and I will be back to you. But yeah, good night, everybody. You are all loved.